Everyone, this is some of our graphics. You're welcome to the series of Picasrt. So today I'm going to be working on improving your design on Picasrt. So I'm going to be picking a design that I did on pixellab, one of the design I did on pixellab, and I'm going to be working on it on Picasrt, and you see the possible things you can do on Picasrt. So let us go to pixellab. Okay, let me pick a design of this. Okay, this is a design I worked on pixellab, and I'm not cool with it. Like, okay, I still want to add some elements to it. That anybody that wants to pick up this design to replicate, to be very, very hard for that person. Or some special effects. You can add some special effects to this design. So number one thing that we'll do is just, in Picasrt, we have some special effects which is lacking in pixellab. So we are going to be adding, let us go to masking first. First thing I want to do, masking. You can see in this your dust, you can add dust to it. You can see the dust. You can reduce the opacity or increase it. The overlay mode, just leave it as screen mode. So you can add different types of dust to it. You know, a lot of people will go and download this as a PNG and apply it to in pixellab, so it doesn't work. It won't match with your design very well. But in Picasrt, you can see that the blending mode is already in screen mode. You can use overlay, multiply, darken, lighten, add. But I think this screen works well. This type of another was called dusk. You can put in shadow too. You can see we'll have seen some Photoshop shadows that looks like this, something like this. Yes, you can add it to your design, or this leave it. You can add it to your design, or if you want to work with it. So this is multiply. Now let us choose screen. You can see, so there are a lot of overlay, multiply, darken, lighting, add. So I think we use multiply here and it comes out nice. So there are different types of shadows that we can use. You can see them, so you can just toggle them and you can see something like this. All I just need for me to do is just for me to reduce the opacity. Yes, you can see I will add this to it. Click on this button to add it into it. So let us go to repo. A lot of people to go to online to download this in PNG, and there's a way they manipulate it in pixellab, but it is right here in Picasrt. See, you can see. So we have different type of ripples that you can work with. You can see it. You can see it. All this ripple effect. You can see a lot of like nylon ripple effect. You can see them. So a lot can be gotten here. So I don't need any of this for this type of design. Let us go to prism. You can see all this kind of lights. You can change the opacity or whatever you want it to be, or you want it coming from two different angles, or anyone. You can just pick anyone that seems you love. So depends on how you understand this and how it works for you. So you can just pick on it and let it work for you the way you want it to be. I mostly used what's it called, light. I don't use prism. I mostly use light. You can see there are a lot of, you can see ollie, splash. You can see a lot of this ollie. You can just reduce the opacity. The hue, you can reduce the hue, the opacity, return the hue. You can see the opacity. I've added some depth and some what's it called, effects to this designer. So it depends on what you want and what you want to add. So I don't need it. Let's go to light. This light, you can see, you can reduce the opacity to hue and opacity. You can reduce it to, or anyone that you love. You can pick anyone that you like. You can pick anyone that you like and you add it to your design. And your design is going to be having another form entirely. You can see anyone that you like there. You can just pick it and work on it, but I don't need it. This buckle, you can make use of it too if you love it. I think I love this. I love the feel. Yeah, we have various types that you can work with, so just work on it. Border, I don't like this border, I don't really use it, but you can, if you find it useful, you can work on it. So these are things that you can work on. Artistic, you can see this lighting offers, you can see anyone that you just like. Maybe you want to set the what's it called, on fire. I want to set the flyer on fire, whatever I want to do to it. So we have a lot of effects here. Sparkle, you can see you want to add a sparkle to your design or whatever you want to add to it. So we all have it here. A gradient, you can see I love this gradient, but it's making my design look dull, so I just need to do some pop-up. You can see you can add some depth of gradients to your design to change the outlook, the total outlook of the design. You can see so this is how I color grade my design sometimes. You can see this is how I color grade my design sometimes. So it now depends on the one that you love or the one that you want. There, I don't like this. It depends on the one that you want. You can see them. So we have patterns too. We have a lot of them. You can see patterns. You can see different patterns. You can see them. So anyone you want to work with there, I think you can pick on it and work on it. You just need to adjust it to the opacity and whatever. So I think with this we have brush, we have a lot that you, if you want to work with, a lot. Broken glass, you have broken glass. You can see them. A lot of effects. You can see like grunge. Okay, if you want to add a grunge to your design, you can see this one of it. This is another one. Let me just, you can see this is another one. Just play with the opacity, and saturation. You are good to go. Splash of grunge. So I think with this, you can see we have a lot to work with. So I think I'm good to go with this. So if you want to add something like flair in your design, so you can see we have a lot of flares here. You can see them. You can see. So I don't want. Sorry. You can see them. We have a lot of it. Different types of flares. So we have it here. You can see. So I think the only thing that I added the other time was the shadow. I didn't add the shadow. I think I added the shadow. Yes, it's not reflecting here. So another thing you can do is go to your tools. You now go to your adjust. I use this one a lot. I increase the clarity of my design. You can see I increase the clarity of my design. You can work with the hue and saturation. You can see to totally change the interface of your design. You can see like I change it from what's it called. You can work with this. I don't need it. Let's go to saturation. You can work on your saturation, or you desaturate your design. You can see the clarity, take it up a bit. Contrast, you can just play with this and just play with it anyhow you want to have what's it called, very nice design. Your highlights and your shadow, you can work on your shadow or your highlights. You can see them. The temperature, I always like putting it down. You can see to have that kind of feel. You can see. So those are things that you put on your design that make your design pop. Another thing you can do is for you to add lights. Let's search for lights. You can see different kind of lights. You can see. If I want to add this to the design, so I just need to, I can change the hue and saturation. I can change the hue to something like yellow, if I can see. I'm not sure there's yellow there. There's something of this nature. I just click on it, okay, and I click on what's it called, blending mode. For my blending mode, see that I make it screen multiply. You can see what the multiply. So it depends on what you want. can see, darken, just toggle on it and pick the best one that you think works for you better. So you can see it here. I think let me check that screen. You can see, so you can still work with the opacity. You can see something like this. Fine, good to go. So let me pick another light again. Certainly no lights. I need to search for light. So light, here you light. Okay, let's pick on this. You can see blending mode screen, darken. You can see. So these are ways, these are things that you add to your design to make your design pop, make your design pop. So there's any how you want to do, you can add series of this light to your design. You can make it double exposure if you like. If you want double exposure, you can make it double exposure. You can see blend screen. You can see. So it depends on how you want your design to be. So that's just all about that. Just if you want any icon, just go to your go and look for icons. Just go WhatsApp icon, whatever you want to add, social media icon, social media logo. You can see all of them, a lot of them that you can just add to your design. You can just add it easily to your designs. So they are all there. They are there. Just for an example, so in case you need something like this, you can just add it to your design and you are cool. So these are what you can do with Picasrt, which you can't do on pixellab. So you can see them. It's as good as this, So thank you for watching. See you in the next class. Bye bye. If you need any question, you can ask.